What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I see in the titles go down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. So y'all have a post right here from Marjorie Taylor Greene, at TG. Says AOC is trashing Charlie Kirk right now on the House floor. She is lying about him and again repeating the same vile garbage at the same time, claiming to pray for his family and denouncing his assassination. There is no way forward with these people. And when I tell y'all that it's been ongoing, it's literally been ongoing. You would expect people, like I said yesterday, you would expect, and you obviously can't be surprised, but you would expect people to just have that common decency to, to be a little bit more cordial, to be a little bit more, respectful than they are. Y'all obviously see on how hateful, how disrespectful people can be, about a lot of things, that they're saying. Not only that, but they're spreading lies, constantly spreading lies of things that, like I said many, many times, taking things out of context, and, you have these different videos of Charlie Kirk. People are literally making, and people do it all the time. They'll take a small clip of something that somebody said and make it out to be just, a person just being completely horrible. And that's not the case at all. But y'all have here, AOC is on the House floor, smearing Charlie Kirk just days after he was unalived by, left winger, as y'all can see. Check out what AOC says here, y'all.
Instead, the majority proceeded with a resolution that brings great pain to the millions of Americans who endured segregation, Jim Crow, and the legacy of bigotry today. We should be clear about who Charlie Kirk was. A man who believed that the Civil Rights Act that granted Black Americans the right to vote was a mistake. Who after...
We literally went over that whole thing yesterday. If y'all didn't see the video, please go check that out, of what Charlie Kirk was saying, about the whole men and women and women's sports type thing. The whole thing, it's that. It was not, Charlie even said in that video with the civil right, he said, this is not exact, because I don't want to, obviously put words in nobody's mouth, but he said in the context, like, he got what they were saying because it was somebody that, obviously asked him, that question about the Civil Rights Act. And he said he totally gets, that is just, the sports thing. And that's what he explained. But they keep on pushing this whole thing of him saying this because that's the internet does. The internet does this. So then you'll literally have people like AOC, or you'll have Barack Obama, or somebody like Jasmine Crockett go on these platforms and repeat it from what the internet made him, the lies, and made him out to be, and they boost it up so other people can see. So then when they look it up, I'm being so serious. When people, look it up, and they'll look up Charlie Kirk Civil Rights Act, those things will pop up. And they'll have those clips that, these people then put on to make him look bad. And they, oh, that is true. And that's how they do it. And we all know the truth. It's just sad that, people do stuff like that.
Violent attack on Paul Pelosi claimed that, quote, some amazing patriot, unquote, should bail out his brutal assailant. And accused Jews of controlling, quote, not just the colleges, it's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it, unquote. His rhetoric and beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans, far from the working tirelessly to promote unity, unquote, asserted by the majority in this resolution. It is equally important that Congress does unite to reject the government's attempt to weaponize this moment into an all-out assault on free speech across the country, all in the name of Charlie Kirk.
It's not, and that's what gets on my nerves about a lot of people, making this out to be. When they start this all free speech thing, this is more. I feel like this is way more than that. People are literally mocking, what happened to him, saying different things, doing different things, destroying his memorial across the world. literally across the world, not across the United States, across the world, painting over different paintings of Charlie Kirk. This is more than them using this all because people can't use free speech. We see the stuff with Jimmy Kimmel, him lying, on his platform. This is way more than that, and they know that. I'm just so sick of just the BS that they put out constantly. I'm telling y'all, constantly. And if people don't believe me, check it out. It's right here.
The opportunity, you would get rid of the Civil Rights Act?
No, I think you should have a one-page bill that says that racial discrimination based on race is illegal and will not be tolerated in the United States of America. Most black Americans don't support is men and female sports. Would you agree?
Hell no.
Yeah, I know. No, for sure, right? Believe it or not, the Civil Rights Act, Americans don't support is illegal and will not be tolerated in the United States of America. Most black Americans don't support is men and female sports. Would you agree?
Hell no.
Yeah, I know. No, for sure, right? Believe it or not, the Civil Rights Act is now being used to keep men playing in women's sports. So the Civil Rights Act was used to help black America originally. Totally get that.
Totally get that. I literally played this same clip yesterday. So they're taking things out of context. They'll literally play a small clip of something smaller than this 46 seconds. Smaller than this 46 seconds. And then they'll run with it. Oh, Charlie Kirk, he's this, he's that, because he... Come on, y'all.
But now the way it was written is that any claim of identification, so someone says, I'm a woman, therefore I can compete in your volleyball team, they come in with a civil rights claim. And so what we're saying is, no, it should be specified to racial, not gender, all that other stuff. And there were all these other provisions as well.
That's sad, bro. People rather... for the people that's doing it, and y'all watching my videos, the ones that's always at the bottom of my comments talking crazy, pay attention. Literally, just pay attention. Pay attention. Not only watch the full videos of Charlie Kirk, watch the full videos of myself with the videos that I put out. Cause I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Got breaking. AOC and Omar voted against the resolution honoring Charlie Kirk's life. So you literally have not only just AOC, Omar doing it, but you have 58 Democrats voting against a resolution honoring Charlie Kirk. It's absolutely sad and it's definitely sickening. Check it out, Fox News.
And that kind of underscores the tenor right now on Capitol.
Well, we just got some breaking news here, Chad, that Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the Democrats, the House Democrats, just voted yes. He's a yes on honoring Charlie Kirk, and AOC just voted no. So there is the divide right there within the Democratic Party on a resolution that really should be bringing everyone together.
Exactly.
Thank you, Chad Pergram, live on the Hill for
the same ones on the left talking about, oh, we need to come together and we need a resolution to come. Man, they all full of it, bro. And we see it right here. We see it right here. This is a prime example right here, y'all.
With that breaking news, let's bring in Shannon Bream now. Give us your take on, this is a resolution that is very simple, very easy to understand, and there it is. It's final now. Let's listen in.
Voting present are 38. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
There it is. It has passed in the House, this resolution to honor Charlie Kirk. Shannon, your takeaway on this divide we're looking at right now on the House floor where Democrats couldn't move themselves to vote yes on this.
Well, and you've got several of them out there that are publicly saying that they think of Charlie's legacy as something much different than Republicans do. We talked about this with the speaker on Fox News Sunday, and some comments from Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who has said, you want to call people's bleep out on this. They're trying to rewrite his legacy and calling him a hateful person. Republicans will say, go watch his clips, the things he's being accused of, racism and bigotry and these other things. You'll see that melt away if you watch the conversations he had with people. They were uncomfortable, they were difficult, but he was laughing, he would hug people. They feel like he's been mischaracterized, and so for that respect, they say this is a resolution that everyone should be able to vote for. But you mentioned some of the key players like AOC, for example. We talked earlier about her potentially running in 28 or running for the Senate or running for the White House. So the
I keep on telling people time and time again, y'all think Kamala's loss was bad? If AOC goes and run, I'm telling y'all, it is going to be so insane and so funny, bro. People think that Kamala Harris, like the whole thing with that happened with her running and this, that, and the other for president. Y'all think that was something? Oh, this is gonna be insane. I'm telling y'all.
party very much has to decide what it is moving
I actually want her to run for president.
forward. Is it more progressive? Is it more moderate? Is it establishment? I mean, this vote would suggest that there's really not a lot of common ground.
Yeah, Shannon, to yours and Aisha's point, I mean, this was a very simple resolution. It's just to honor the life of a man who was assassinated. There's no strings attached here, yet you had 58 Democrats vote no against it, just to simply honor the life of a man who was on camera in front of the whole country to see. What does that say about where we are right now?
Exactly.
Yeah, again, just so divided, because if you'll look and the way that they see his legacy, the way they want him portrayed.
I bet not see not one. I'm talking about I bet not see not one. I'm talking about not one Democrat talking about, oh yeah, we and I'm talking about in this time, because it hopefully it becomes a time that you'll want to, they will want to come together, but I don't see it. We see something just similar. You want to sit there and yell, oh yeah, we need to come together, we need to be this, we need to be that. But you literally got somebody that done lost their life for this, the free speech, that they've been talking about. AOC want to talk about. Talking, not only having free speech, but talking to other individuals, on college campuses. And whether if it's teaching somebody, whether if it's debating somebody, whether if it's, a teaching moment for both people. Regardless, he was doing a lot that Democrats don't do. There's not one Democrat that I've seen that did or does what Charlie, did at all. There's literally not one Democrat. Not one. And that goes to show y'all a lot. It goes to show y'all a lot of what he did. The impact that he put on so many people's lives. The impact that he put, the positive impact that he put on so many people's lives. Meaning, there are a lot of people from the left that he actually put knowledge in their head, and like, I didn't see so many clips of somebody that had said something. And it's like, dang, well, I didn't think about that. And he got them to understand. I'm telling y'all, that's amazing. But you literally don't see nothing but hate, when it comes from the left. I'm telling y'all, check it out.
AOC doesn't want to honor Charlie Kirk, along with 58 other Democrats. See, they all voted no to the House resolution honoring Charlie Kirk's life.
I'm telling y'all. And if y'all see me pause, it's just because I don't want to get copyrighted by this music. I don't know if I am or not.
On earth would you vote no to that? If you want to stop being so divisive, you don't believe that any of these comments your side is making, comments that are hateful and divisive. You don't want to condemn that. You don't want to try to move forward with some unity in your heart, that you wouldn't want to unify our two parties, seeing this tragedy.
Exactly.
But instead, all you've done, AOC, since it happened, like an hour after it happened, you got on camera and did an interview. All you blame Republicans. And the only thing.
And I feel like that's definitely, messed up. And I feel like that's something that, just goes to show you somebody's character and the hate. That's why I said I really want her to run for president. There are so many things, and I'm not a negative person, but there's a lot of things and like a hateful person, nothing like that. But I'm telling y'all, there's so many things that I know that so many other people know that, obviously that's been put out. But I feel like she running for president, it ain't gonna do nothing. But y'all think, I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all think Kamala was bad. There are so many things that needs to be said and will be said if AOC runs for president. I'm telling
I
y'all.
can think of as her excuse going forward, because they can never tell the truth, is that she will say he was not an elected official. Okay, so when are you going to submit some legislation to stop honoring Martin Luther King Jr.? And no, I am not in support of that. That is not something that I want to happen. This is just for the point. If that's your reason, I would love to hear how you explain that. The only thing I can see is that you guys love to be divisive. You guys love the drama of it, and you guys are in support of everything negative happening to want us to move forward. You just want this to continue because, it's easier to get those votes. It's easier to convince people to stay on your side if they live in fear of the boogeyman that doesn't even exist.
I'm telling y'all. She ain't speaking none but facts. She ain't speaking none but facts. I'm telling y'all. Nothing but facts. That's why I love that. I think this is like my second or third time sharing her video on my channel. And she definitely speaks facts about a lot of stuff. And it's definitely sad on how they act, how they are, how divisive they are. When they say little different things, and then you have and one thing about it that I've also noticed while doing these videos is that they're never on the same page. They're never on the same page. Everybody is everywhere when it comes to the left. Everybody is everywhere. And that's why I say it, bro. Like, regardless whoever runs, from the left, like, I literally don't see any type of leading nothing when it comes to the left. I'm telling y'all. Check out what Senator John Kennedy said about AOC, y'all.
What do you think of the new leadership, Jasmine, AOC, and Bernie?
I consider Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez to be the leader of the Democratic Party. She's entitled to her opinion. I'm entitled to mine. As I've said about her before, I think she's the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle. And our plan for dealing with her...
You didn't plan that out. We got to hurry.
Our plan for dealing with her is called...
I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like he's one of those... I gotta... My nana is like that. She definitely says what's on her mind. And she'll say something that automatically makes sense. She obviously hasn't said it before. It's not something. It's just it's there. It's there real quick. I think she's the reason that there are directions on the shampoo bottle. I feel like that literally explains AOC. I'm not gonna lie. I truly think that explains that's AOC. I'm telling y'all. That's why I said I feel like this is definitely going to be something. I'm not going to lie. This is definitely going to be something. And I wanted to put this picture up too. I feel like I don't really show this enough, on my channel, to honor Charlie, and I want to show this picture to remind y'all to keep praying, to keep praying for Charlie's family, to keep praying for the little ones as much as y'all can, as well as others, friends, family, and even yourself and your family, because when I say that, when it comes down to the left, the violence, the division is real bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I literally have family members, friends, things like that it's hard to even talk to them. It's hard to even hold that conversation because it's nothing but anger. You know what I mean? Ever since doing these videos, I've come to understand, it's hard to talk, to anybody, on the left. And I'm not saying everybody, but it's hard to talk to somebody on the left. They want to talk over you, want to yell, want to get mad, want to get in their feelings, want to get very offensive, and it just goes to show you who's in the right about the situation. It goes to show you character. It goes to show you a lot, about a person, just about. And I'm not saying that, people are just completely horrible all because they're a Democrat or they're, I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, though, is that it's absolutely insane that you can't really hold a conversation. And one person that did it extremely well, I'm not going to lie, is, Charlie Kirk. He did amazing. Definitely did amazing, doing that. And I absolutely love the simple fact that, you have a lot of people that are following, and then loved. You have this, we are Charlie Kirk, and having that movement, I feel like it's an amazing thing, to have. So I do, pray for his family, for his wife, for his kids, sending my love, my condolences, and I try to, do that as much as I can, and pray for them, because it is definitely sad. They want to yell and say, they're canceling this person because of free speech, this, that, and the other. But then you literally have somebody that lost their life, free speech, literally going to college campuses, talking and speaking with individuals, and then lost his life. But then you go automatically, not even within 24 hours, and you get in front of the camera and bash this man. It's absolutely unnecessary. It's disrespectful, and I'm telling y'all, it's sick. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, AOC runs president. I'm telling y'all, it is going to be hilarious. It is going to be hilarious on her part, because when I tell y'all, like I said, I'm not a hateful person, nothing like that, but I want her to do it. I want her to do it just to go to show y'all, bro, that this person is horrible. Rather really whoever, when it comes to the left. Whoever running for president, bro. Like, I'm being so serious. It's not a good look already. It's not a good look already. You done had earlier this year and ongoing so many people leaving the Democratic Party. People that's understanding and realizing, the hate that people put out, the violence, coming from, they're starting to see a lot. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to see a lot, especially, they're starting, and I hate to say this, but, I feel like Charlie Kirk's, his him passing away, it definitely, and I know what y'all mean. I don't want to say this, in a disrespectful way or anything like that, but, I hate that it came to this too. I hate that it came to this, but a lot of people are understanding. A lot of people are realizing, a lot of people are seeing these videos, a lot of people, of him, and I just, it's just so sad. I definitely could see Charlie Kirk, him. I know he would have been president one day. I know he would have been president. I tell y'all, I would definitely, and I know y'all would vote for Charlie Kirk. He's an amazing dude. He was an amazing dude, and I'm telling y'all, bro. I definitely hate that this happened, bro. I know hate is a strong word. I definitely hate that this happened. I'm not even gonna lie, But y'all let me know y'all comments, thoughts down below. One thing about it, it's so sad to see, so many people hate on this man, hate, on his family even, bringing his kids up, all of that. It's definitely sad. But you already know. Let me know y'all comments and thoughts down below. Definitely stay tuned for the next video dropping tonight. Catch y'all next one.